Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the TryLine podcast. Big week of footy. It ended yesterday with the Cowboys and the Knights. Cowboys beat the Knights 12-0. I thought it was a great weekend of footy. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, I must agree with you there. There was a couple of surprising results, but I think we'll get into them shortly.
Well, before we get into anything, I want to address the Tigers' performance on the weekend. It's been burning me since Saturday night. So, any Tigers fans, beware. I'm not gonna even start with how they started the game because I think it's disgraceful in front of their home ground, in front of their home fans out at Leichhardt. Their season online, Roosters missing a ton of players. Their two halves are very inexperienced. They were there to be beaten. So I won't even bring up that they gave up 20 points in 19 minutes. Let's go to where they got back in the game. It was 20-12. Their next 5 sets, this is the 5 sets that lose them the game. First set, Benji Marshall, last tackle, drifts across field, kicks it out on the full. All right, you can deal with that. They defend the next set. They get the ball back. Luke Brooks tries to chip and chase 40 metres out. Worst chip and chase I've ever seen. My nan can do a better chip and chase than that. Seriously, it was embarrassing. Third set, Tommy Talau knocks it on, first tackle. All right, they defend that set. Tommy Talau takes an intercept, runs down the field, gets pulled down. Then Luke Gardner knocks it on the fourth tackle. So that's 4 sets in a row. They have not completed or knocked the ball on. And then this one takes the cake. The fifth set, they get down the other end. They're still in the game. Adam Dewey kicks it dead, fourth tackle. The Roosters go up the other end and they score on the seventh tackle. So Dewey gives away a 7 tackle set and they score on the 7th tackle. Roosters run in 3 more tries and win the game. It just burned me watching that. They lack leadership, they lack direction. I think the club's got bigger problems than worrying about finishing 9th every year. I think they got way bigger problems than that. All right, had to get that off my chest. Oh, sorry. I was very, very angry about the Tigers on the weekend. Anyway, another guy that didn't play in this game, but he plays for the Roosters, Mitchell Orbison. He announced his retirement at season's end. I think he'll go down as one of the most versatile players in NRL history. He's a great clubman and a great player for the Roosters. What do you think?
No, I definitely think the same thing. You never see anything bad about him in the news headlines. Um, but yeah, he's played his entire career at the Roosters, has he not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's played 301 matches for the club. That's the second most in club history. And he has to play 2 more to have played the most. So do you reckon he can come back before season's end, or?
Well, I know he's got that hand injury, and they don't really know when he'll be back. But I'm sure he'll have that in the back of his mind, and hopefully the Roosters can send him out the right way at the end of the year. All
Yeah,
right.
hope so.
Well, let's get into these games. Your Eels played on Thursday night. They won 14-0 against the Storm. A couple of big injuries out of this one. Brendan Smith and Kenny Bromwich both out. Brandon Smith broke his jaw, which means he'll probably be out to like the semis. The Eels were good without being great. I thought they were like barely good. I think if they had played a full strength Storm, it might have been a very, very different story.
Yeah, no, I think the Parramatta Eels played horrendously. It was hard to watch at times.
Yeah.
Just stop trying to offload the ball. Just take the hit up. But yeah, unfortunately, Brandon Smith broke his jaw, out of action for 4 to 6 weeks, they reckon. And out of that game, Nakore, the same person that hit Brandon Smith, also got charged with a grade 1 crusher tackle.
Okay.
So he's looking like he might miss 2 weeks on the sidelines.
I think maybe the Eels have forgotten what it's like to lead games. They look like they were playing from behind when they're up 14-0. They should have put another 20 points on the Storm, but it is the Storm, and you'll take the win. You kept them to 0, so I guess that's a positive. The next game, Panthers Sharks. I couldn't watch this game. Like me and Danny went camping with some of our friends, so we both didn't watch the Friday games. We watched the highlights though, and I guess you don't need to watch it to know that the Panthers have now won 10 in a row, and the Sharks still yet to beat anyone above them on the table. So that seems to be a big problem for them.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I honestly can't see the Panthers losing another game this year. They've got a pretty easy run home with the Tigers, Broncos, Eels, Cowboys, and Bulldogs in the last 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they might win all those games.
Do you think they'll win it
Um,
all?
I think so.
You
It's
reckon?
looking likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
they've stayed
anyway,
healthy too.
yeah, definitely. They've definitely stayed healthy. They've got the luck of the health. Anyway, shout out to one of our loyal viewers, Uncle Jace. He actually had a same game multi on this game. He had kick out, first scorer. Brent Naden and Stephen Crichton anytime try scorers, and Josh Mansell to score a try in the second half.
Jesus Christ.
Not too sure how much he had on that, but that was paying 121 to 1. So good on you, Jace, and give us a tip next time.
Yeah, feel free to send those tips into to the show for a sponsorship slot. We'll do, I think, as payment.
Yeah. Or no more shout outs. No more shout outs unless you give us a tip.
All right, the next game, Broncos 24, Dragons 28. This was at Suncorp. Ravalawa scored a double in this one, while Tony Staggs scored a crazy try. He fended Aiken into next year, and he scored 12 points for the game. Another interesting thing out of this one, Seabolt's meant to come back this week, but he's been offered $1 million to leave the Broncos immediately. So just before you get into the game, who do you think will be the next Broncos coach? Paul Green, Kevin Walters, someone else?
We actually spoke about this earlier, and Kevy Walters. I like the look of Kevy Walters come back. Bye-bye, Seabolt. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you, Seabolt.
Yeah, see ya.
Any thoughts on the game?
The game. No, again, couldn't really watch the game. We were out camping on the Friday.
Yeah.
But some news out of the game. Paul Vaughan, he's going to miss another 2 matches for a crusher tackle on Richie Kenner. So
that's a big out. They've got a couple of big weeks ahead too, the Dragons. So
yeah.
Oh well, we got to watch all the Saturday games. So starting with the Raiders Tigers, Raiders Titans. 36-16 to the Raiders. Jack Whiten scored a double, and they've won 2 in a row now. The Raiders and sit equal 4th with the Roosters.
I think they're the Raiders are looking pretty good at the moment, but Titans, they're also looking pretty good. Anyway, what a chase from Big Papa.
Yeah.
Just quietly.
Yeah. Far out.
How fast did he clock?
I think he was it was over 30 Ks. It was 31 Ks or something. He was going
31 Ks.
Far out.
That's quick for a big man. That's probably quicker than me.
Yeah, well,
definitely quicker for me.
Jesus. I think anyone could run quicker than you.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
No, he just desperation. He started on the bench, but he's inspirational, and they're going all right. They're travelling all right. The Raiders, they still yet to prove himself against a big side, but they're going okay. Yeah. I think I've said my piece on the Tigers Roosters, but the Roosters beat them 38-16. The Morris twins both got a double in this one, and the Roosters bounced back after they lost to the Storm last week. But I won't be saying anything else about the Roosters. They're banned for me for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, all right. Are they banned forever?
They could be banned forever. They could. I don't know who they're playing next week, but it seems like they're banned forever. The Sharks. Yeah, no, they're banned. No, they're not Panthers. They're banned.
They got the ban. Okay.
They got the Panthers.
Jesus. That's 50 plus. That's 50 plus
there. They deserve it too.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the next.
Oh, the Rabbitohs beat Manly in this one, 56-16. Johnson, Graham, and Latrell all got doubles in this one, and Adam Reynolds put on a kicking masterclass. He kicked 9 of 9, most of which were from that sideline. He's crazy. If you wanted anyone to kick for your life, it'd be him right now.
He's in unbelievable form at the moment. But who saw this coming? The bloody Rabbitohs putting 50 on Manly.
I think you said a few weeks ago that you had Manly to come in the 8 for the Rabbitohs.
Oh, don't bring it up, mate.
I'll have to
Don't
check the
freak out.
logs, but I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Don't check the logs. Don't check the logs.
No,
Um,
Manly are just in too much of a hole. I think they got way too many injuries, and South put them to the sword, and they should have put them to the sword.
yeah, well, that Tavita Funa, who played fullback for him,
Yeah,
I thought he had the worst game I've seen maybe this season.
yeah, poor guy.
Shocking.
They're
Yeah.
sweating on Tommy Turbo to come back. Bulldogs Warriors come back in this one and end up winning 2014. Bulldogs, they're just lacking a bit of class, a bit of polish. Kieran Foran's trying hard. The other half, who's banned from the podcast, he's kicking games about the worst since mine. The Warriors have now won 3 of the last 4 games though, and they sit 2 wins outside the 8s.
Oh, that's a little bit naughty.
Yeah.
And they've got the Knights next week. Winnable game.
Yeah, well, the Knights didn't look crash hot yesterday.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I don't have too much to say on the Bulldogs Warriors game. Bloody Bulldogs led early. They looked all right, I guess, but Warriors just came back too strong.
Again, probably another team that doesn't know how to win. Like, it got in front and didn't know what to do. So,
Yeah.
but the Warriors, they're coming home with a wet sail. I never know what that means either. Wet sail. Anyway.
Yeah. No idea.
Anyway, next one. Knights Cowboys. Knights 12-0. Shame for anyone that had them 13 plus. I think every tip we've given out on the show has bombed from us. The combined goal kicking in this game was 2 from 6. So any game with Kyle Felt, they're going to struggle to kick goals.
Wow.
Blake Green's injury really hurts the Knights. I reckon it hurts their chances of going deep in the semi-finals, I think.
Yeah, definitely is. What is it? Suspected torn ACL. Never
Yeah.
good to hear. What's that? Is that McCulloch did his ACL as well?
Yeah.
And did Brayley? Did he do his ACL as well?
Yeah, well, there's been heaps this year. Heaps of ACLs.
Yeah, it's
It's just
terrible.
been a year for it.
Yeah, but another injury for the Knights in a key position.
Yeah.
Not good. Tamalolo, torn calf. He'll be out for 4 weeks.
That's probably the end of the year for him, don't you think?
Yeah, that's a killer for me dream team as well. Me and Beau just versed each other in dream team.
What was the result in
And
that?
we're not going to talk about the result. Well, we're going to move on. Yeah. The Cowboys probably shouldn't play him for the rest of the season. But Val Holmes, he's just expected to return against the Sharks. What do you think about that? Should they play him? Should they rest him?
I think he's probably been a bit underdone all year, and I think it's best. There's nothing to play for the Cowboys this year. I reckon you just sit him, get him fit and healthy next year.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys, that's about the end of it. But before we leave, just make sure to leave a like, give us a subscribe. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at TryLine. So make sure you check us out. Leave a review and let us know what you think. If you want us to talk about something in particular, just leave us a comment. But yeah, that's about it.
Enjoy your dinner, guys.